I'm Bill Wilt of Assured Research. Thanks so much for joining this quick hit video where we're going to focus on one research note drawn from our September 2024 Assured briefing. In that briefing, we in turn wrote a series of short two-page research notes on topics that emerged from the second quarter earnings calls. In this note, we'll focus attention on what changed, specifically what changed in analysts' estimates for the publicly traded property casualty insurers from the spring of 2024, before first quarter results were released, through I think mid-August, when we scored all the various variables that I'll show you in just a second. What happened, or what information came out during that period, is exactly the first quarter, second quarter earnings, all sorts of conference calls and conferences and so forth. So what we're looking at is to see how analysts' expectations for the parameters that drive insurers' earnings, how they changed from early 2024 to current. So let me share the screen with you and we'll jump right into it. And while I'm doing that, I'll just say thanks if you're a subscriber to our work. And if you're not, you'll find here plenty of ways to get in touch with us and reach out. We'd be happy to either start you receiving our work if your company subscribes, or if it doesn't, we'll tell you about our trial process. So here we are looking on the left. These are medians across about 30 publicly traded insurers and reinsurers, maybe 35, because what we've done here is break the companies into the personal insurers, standard, commercial, specialty commercial, and reinsurers that you see there along the bottom. And you'll see that across all these slides. So the blue bar shows the second half, the estimates for the second half of 2024 and how they changed based on information, let's call it, that became available in the first half of 2024. And then the red bar is how the estimates for 25 changed. We focus on the second half of 2024 because that would be wouldn't be unadulterated by actual results from the first half of the year. So we're looking purely based on future expectations and how they've changed based on information that's come out in the first half of this year. And you can see for personal insurers, the answer is growth. The analysts became fundamentally more positive about the growth, premium growth prospects. Presumably that's coming mainly from personal auto. Both auto and home are experiencing meaningful rate increases, presumably more confidence that regulators are allowing rate increases through. Not material changes in either the outlook for standard or specialty commercial, but reinsurers more positive about premium growth opportunities. When we turn to investment income on the right, there, analysts have more or less across the board, with the exception of the specialty commercial insurers, kind of been playing catch up to the impact of the both positive cash flow at the insurance companies that's getting reinvested at market rates that might be now more like somewhere between 4.5% and 6% depending on how the companies are investing. Combination of positive cash flow and the portfolio turning over. In a separate note, we commented that that dynamic is probably going to begin decelerating sooner rather than later, especially since we seem to be on the cusp of rate cuts, but that's for another day. Median loss ratio, the way we've shown it is if it decreases an improvement, an increase means it's worsened. The message here is primarily that the outlook for the loss ratio has improved. Again, I think that's because analysts are just increasingly confident that rate increases are flowing through for personal auto and home. Not much change, really very little change is the takeaway for standard and specialty commercial. And for reinsurers, the loss ratio has worsened a bit. I might be concerned about more competition coming into the reinsurance markets, at least on the property side. Expense ratio, some ups and downs as you see there, probably, and you see the scale is really quite small. So let's not focus on that, and rather just bottom line it here with the changes in the forecasted median operating ROE. And again, the message for across all these slides is that the outlook for personal insurers has really brightened over the first half of this year. Claim frequency is manageable to, again, slightly below pre-pandemic levels. Severity is manageable on the liability side, declining on the physical damage side. Rate increases are flowing through. Not much change for standard or specialty commercial, and for reinsurers, a bit of a mixed bag. Down a little bit for the balance of this year, up a little bit for 2025. The way we phrased it in our research note is the outlook has brightened for personal insurers, but the pricing cycle, at least as of for information revealed in the first half of this year, the pricing cycle has not surprised to the upside, would be our takeaway here. Hope you enjoyed this. Reach out. Thank you if you're a subscriber. Reach out if you're not. We'd be happy to add you to our trial list. Again, thank you.